Hey people, welcome to the live stream where we are going to solve SQL problems in the top 50. Okay, so who are new to this stream or who will be watching this in the future? The idea is to solve SQL top 50 problems both in SQL and in Pandas. Okay, so if you are new, do subscribe, share with your friends who are trying to upskill in the same. Okay. So we will start exactly at 9. Okay, let me check if I'm live or not. Not sure. Not able to see if I'm live or not. Just a second, guys. We'll start it. So till then you can have a look at the description if I'm live. Not sure why I am not able to see whether I'm live or not. So yep. So yeah. So let's start, guys. Let me check if I'm audible. Okay. Okay, so let's begin. It's exactly 9. So today's problem is the average time of process per machine. Okay, and we have the table activity which has columns like machine ID, process ID, activity type. This activity type gives us end and start. Okay, we have that means it has subtype as okay. You will see it in the following, and then the timestamp. Okay, now the table shows the user activities for factory website, that is machine ID, process ID, activity type is the primary key. So machine ID, process ID and activity type are the combination columns with unique values of this table, and machine ID is the ID of the machine, and process ID is the process running on the machine with ID machine ID. Okay, and activity type is enum category of type start and end. That means activity type has the start value and the end value. It is just mentioned as start and end. And timestamp is a float representing the current time in seconds. Okay, and here you can see start means the machine starts and the process at a given timestamp, and end means the machine ends the process at the given timestamp. Okay, the start timestamp will always be before and end timestamp for every machine ID process ID pair. Okay, it is guaranteed that machine ID process ID pair has the start and end timestamp. Okay, and there is a factory website that has several machines each running the same number of processes, and we need to write a solution to find the average time each machine takes to complete the process. That means you can consider it like the average of end minus start. Okay, and the resulting table should have the machine ID along with the average time as processing time, which should be rounded to 3 decimal places. Okay, and we can return it in any order. So here you can see we have machine ID here 00 and 00 and then 111 1 and 222. Okay, and process ID also you can see 0 and 0 start and end is there, and this is the timestamp. Okay, so and the output we need is the machine IDs, that is this column. Okay, and the processing time. Okay, that we need to calculate. So here you can see they have given the explanation. So machine zeros average time is 1.520 minus 0.712. So this is 1.520 minus 0.712. Okay, like that it adds all the time where there is start and end, and it divides by 2 because there are two timestamps or two processes with start and end. So divided by 2 we get 0.894. Okay, so that is how we need to get the output. Okay, so the query goes like this: select a dot machine ID. So basically we are self joining the table. What is that activity? Okay, so select a dot machine ID. Okay, that is what we need, and round. Okay, that is 3 decimal places, and in that we have average of a dot timestamp minus b dot timestamp. So basically a is this and b is this. Okay, like that you can consider. Now as processing time, this is the alias that we want as the column name from activity A. So this is the first table, and join activity B. This is the second table, that means the self join. Okay, on a dot machine id, so we are joining it on a dot machine id is equal to b dot machine id. Okay, that is the same. And condition is there where a dot activity type is the end, that means we are considering end as the activity a. Okay, from the table a, and a dot process id is equal to b dot process id. So process id should be same this, because as you can see start and end, it is 0, and for start and end it is 1, so each process id is common or unique, you can say. So that is the reason we are joining a dot process id to b dot process id, and the main join is on a dot machine id and b dot machine id. Okay, and there is one more condition, b dot activity type is start. So basically end minus start we need to calculate, that is the reason a dot activity type is end and b dot activity type is start. And then we are grouping it by machine id, so basically we are needing we are grouping it by machine id. Okay, so once you run this query we will get the similar output as they wanted. So basically what it calculates is a dot timestamp, that is end minus start, and it takes the average of all that and round it to 3 decimal places. Okay, so that is the thing. So this is the straightforward query. If you have any doubt, then you can just comment it out. We can try it in different formats also. Okay, let's move to, hope you are clear with this query, right? So let's move to pandas. And pandas is basically you get it in function format, right? So what I'm doing here is first activity I'm assigning to variable x. Okay, and then x dot pivot index is machine id. Okay, I will show you this. Okay, first. Okay, so control x, and what I need to return is y. Okay, so basically in pandas we have something called pivot. Okay, so basically we can assign index as one column, and columns as different columns. Okay, basically, okay, let me show you the output. So here you can see we have index as machine id, which is not visible, and process id is also not visible, but columns we have activity type, that means we get end and start as columns. Okay, and values as timestamp. So basically in this columns we have the values as timestamp. So from the data frame, the pivot, what it does is it converts this activity type into two columns, that is end and start, because activity type has two enums. So end and start are two columns now, and values in that columns is 1.52, and that is whatever the timestamp it is assigned. Okay, and machine id and process id are the indexes, so that we are not able to see it. Okay, okay, I think this is what I'm getting. uh, okay, and from this pivot, okay, let me try to see if I get different answer here. Just a second, guys. Let's see. Okay, we are just getting end and start here. Okay. So here we created another column, that is processing time, that is end minus start. Okay, so this is the output, I mean output column that we need. And from finally why we are selecting the machine id and everything. Okay, so let's control z. Okay, and finally from y dot group by machine id, we are getting processing time dot mean. Okay, so we are getting the mean of processing time and rounding it to 3 decimal places, and we are resetting the index. Okay, so that's the thing. So okay, let me try to reset the index. Okay, return dot, let's see if I can show you the actual output. Okay, so let me run this. So okay, what we got here, yeah, so now you can see this. Okay, so here index, it is machine id and process id, right? So we got machine id and process id like this. Okay, and end and start are the activity type, that is subtypes as columns, and values in them is the, what you can say, the timestamp, that is the basically different column from the data frame. Okay, and processing time is end minus start, so 1.52 minus 0.712 is probably this. Okay, then once you group by, okay, so once once you group by y dot group by machine id, it groups by machine id, okay, and dot processing time dot mean. So whatever groups we get from here, let's say 0 0, it calculates the mean of that and round it to 3 decimal places, okay, and finally we are resetting the index, okay. So let's run this, okay. So this is the output we get finally, okay. So hope this helps, guys. This is like very easy to understand. There is another function that is also pivot table, either you can use that also, okay, and try that. So let's submit this, okay. So hope you learned something from this video regarding the pivot, that is the new function with respect to pandas. And what is the next thing? In SQL, we learned about how to calculate the difference in the time, right? So hope you learned something. And if you do, do hit the subscribe button. And till then, take care. Bye bye.